Howdy, my name is Albert Coronado and I'm a reporter for the Quidditch Post. We are about to show you some film from the 4th Texas A&M Classic that was held in College Station, Texas on November 15th.
Howdy, my name is Albert Coronado and I'm a reporter for the Quidditch Post.
Howdy, my name is Adrian Martinez and I am a reporter for the Quidditch Post.
Today we're going to be commentating over the UTSA versus Silver Phoenix game that happened at the 4th Texas A&M Classic in College Station, Texas.
This will definitely be an interesting game to watch.
We were both actually on the ground for this game, and we absolutely lost. We had a spectacular time. Both of our teams were playing in the tournament, so we have a little bit of personal vested interest in it. You might hear screaming like fangirls a little bit near the end.
Not maybe, definitely. I'm actually part of the Silver Phoenix team, so this is a very personal game to me.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started with Brooms Up. We're going to start and see who ends up with possession of bludgers and quaffles. Or quaffle. And it looks like UTSA is starting off with bludger control.
Yes, Silver is starting a little bit of a slow game.
Looks like Silver Phoenix's beater, Miranda Solis, is playing up a little more aggressively, trying to clear out the way for their chasers. I think that score missed.
It did. And UTSA is starting with a very calculating game. That has been their strategy, at least for that tournament, and it worked for them. They are a very calculating, slow team, not
methodical.
There we go.
Yeah,
good.
Very methodical. They kind of chip away at you little by little, really making you play close coverage. If you're not tight on your man, he's going to get away, she's going to get away, and they're going to score. They're going to make plays with that wiggle room. All right.
Just like we saw there.
Yep. Score for UTSA. And it looks like they maintained bludger control, or at least got it back during that exchange.
Exchange of quaffle, drop, and picked up again by Silver. Passed before he was beat. But UTSA gets the quaffle.
Fast break, fast break. Oh, and the bludger just barely missing the backside of his head. Let's see, we're back with UTSA on offense. Silver has missed a drive, I believe, or at least a long shot. There was a stoppage of play for... Alright, so actually going to talk a little bit about Silver Phoenix and UTSA standings right now in accordance with USQ. Looks like Silver Phoenix stands at 76 with 5 games being played, official games at least, with 2 wins and 3 losses. That gives them about a 40% winning success rate.
UTSA being a little above them at 63, playing 6 official games, winning 3 of them, giving them a 50% winning rate.
So both of these teams kind of playing about evenly with their win-loss ratio as the season stands right now. They're actually on very similar levels, at least the way that they played in this game. You see a score there by Silver, but it looks like he was beat before making it through the hoops. Throughout the day, both these teams played very oddly. They played very well at the beginning of the day and a little sloppy every now and then.
That's true, but something I'd like to say about Silver, their first game was actually against UT Austin. And that was
not an easy way to start the day.
Oh no! It was a nail biter. That game was a nail biter, and UT played a fantastic game. I will not take that away from them. But Silver was not following behind. If they caught the snitch, they would have won. So I'm
really impressive that a team that really comes in the wake of A&M. A lot of their players are seeking to get into that A&M because A&M, Silver Phoenix are 2 very closely associated teams. They practice together a lot of the times. They're really a close-knit family for the most part. We have our quibbles every now and then, but...
That's true. But regardless, I feel like both Silver and A&M have a high quality of players, and just their games are very high intensity, very high quality.
All right, all the energy that both of these teams and UTSA as well to just bring to the table is so impressive. UTSA a little bit more with, like we were saying earlier, calculating and trying to figure out where the weaknesses are in teams. Teams like Silver Phoenix, they're still trying to get a feel for how they want to play the game. They have a lot of solo heroes, people that can drive the ball and do fantastic things when they're in open space, but they still have to work on their chemistry a bit. Really coordinating all of their chasers and getting their passing down is really going to be that last little thing that they need to seal up the deal. See, perfect pass right there, and when they get it, it works. It's fantastic.
This being Silver's first tournament of the season, they have been doing an amazing job. Not too long ago, they actually played at Wolfpack Classic in Louisiana, and they went all the way to quarterfinals to be eliminated by Gumbo.
Yeah, it was Gumbo.
And that's a gigantic team, and there is no shame in losing to Gumbo. That is.
Yeah, Silver has definitely been building over the last few years. They've had a few ups and downs with really all the player change-ups, figuring out where they want to sort of situate themselves in the Quidditch playing style. A lot of these people are very new to Quidditch, so hardly any of them, or there are a good number of them that haven't even played before in an actual tournament. They're really fresh to the game. And being able to play this well together and this cohesively as a unit is very impressive. It's one of the things that Silver should really pride itself on.
Definitely. Something I'll personally throw out there is Silver actually practices quite a bit, and we give it our 100% not only in games but in practice, and that's where you can see the passion in every player's eyes. We give every single bit in the pitch, and there's nothing.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
It's fantastic seeing Silver practice. They have one of the best player turnouts for practice I've actually seen for a bunch of Quidditch teams. I know when I played on Texas A&M in particular, we had a hard time getting everyone out there for a full practice, but Silver was always putting us to shame with how many people they would actually get to show up and work, because they just always want to play their hearts out. They each want to get better. They each want to be the best that they can at this game and just show it out there on the pitch. They show it in practice, and it's really showing on the field this season.
Oh, definitely. And not just this game, and throughout the entire tournament and Wolfpack. It was a fantastic gameplay, honestly, from every single player.
I can't wait to see what they do at regionals. Look at that.
Definitely.
Stuff like that, brick walling him just by the Silver defense.
And not just that, expanding on the defense, they're beaters. Oh my god.
Phenomenal.
Yes. I think later on in the game we're going to see Bobbitt fly like an eagle.
Oh, yes. One of the Silver players, Ryan Bobbitt, is going to soar to the heights of the sky. And, it's kind of ridiculous. This man flies like he's actually playing Quidditch in the books. It's just amazing to watch him beat.
The real Harry Potter would not stand a chance. But it's not just Ryan Bobbitt. It's also other players like Sinclair Truesdale.
Let's see who
Let's
else
pull out there.
Let's get our list of beaters for Silver Phoenix.
Peyton Lancaster. Oh my God, he beats hard.
Yeah.
Like,
We actually have a little trend amongst the Silver and A&M is every now and then shirts will come off during practice, and this is a time that the beaters get really exhilarated. They get excited because they just had the opportunity to leave some really red stinging marks on some people. It's almost like dangling candy in front of their face and telling them not to eat it.
I cannot stress the accuracy of that statement.
It hurts. It puts those prideful people like to take the shirt off in their place every now and then.
Some of our newer beaters, like Evan Wargois and Bryce Shearer, this is their first time playing Quidditch, and they are doing a fantastic job. Other veterans like Miranda Solis and so on. That's just for beaters, by the way. And
Courtney plays beater as well, doesn't he? Yeah, Courtney Youngs. Oh God, I honestly forget about her so much because I don't see her before she beats me. It's frustrating. Every damn time, she's sneaky.
That's an understatement. That is an understatement. Like, her and Peyton they're fantastic players, but I hate going against them because I know I don't stand a chance.
Yeah, I personally, I've just started beating the Texas A&M Classic was the first time I had actually ever beat. I was playing for Lone Star, but particularly I'm a chaser by practice and by, not profession, by enjoyment. Yeah, experience. But it's hard going up against these people that have been playing and figuring out the game and how to actually manipulate the chasers, where they need to situate themselves, and how to manipulate the game in their team's favor.
Definitely. Switching the tables a little bit to UTSA.
Yeah, here, Adrian, let's talk about UTSA a little bit. I remember you might have been around there a time or two.
I interviewed one of their captains, actually, and
please stay tuned. We actually have that interview a little bit later on in this episode.
And he seemed very charismatic, yes, and so excited for what UTSA has in store for this season. And what they have done in the past and what will bring in the future. They are a fantastic team. I have to admit that UTSA is actually the reason why I am in Quidditch. I saw a news broadcast about UTSA one time, and I saw that they played Quidditch, and that's how I got into this whole mess. I decided to come to A&M and just fell in love with the school and the Quidditch program more than anything.
I mean, Quidditch was really a community that brings people together. I really love it. UTSA is actually one of the Quidditch teams that does a lot of outreach and trying to talk to different people and bring them into the Quidditch community. Let them know that we're doing that. That Muggle Quidditch is a thing. We've been going for about a decade now. We were actually real. It's not just fantasy in a book. They were actually at the Alamo Comic-Con in San Antonio a few weeks ago. Had a spectacular time out there. You can see a couple pictures on their Facebook page about their event. Trying to get those dorky and nerdy people a little involved. We can see another score there by Silver Phoenix.
The fun thing to watch about this game is Silver and UTSA have different strategies, but it's so fun to watch them collide. Because Silver, I feel like they're more explosive. They
every time they just want to bow, bow, bow. Get the ball. Let's move. Let's go. Let's bring the beater up. Let's clear the way. Let's go.
And they work. They make that explosiveness work. And UTSA is a lot more calculating and a lot more, let's see what we can do. And they take their time, but it pulls off. They do an amazing job. And how we'll see in a little bit of the Seekers.
Oh, yeah, they're getting set up right now.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about, beater play with Silver. UTSA also does a fantastic job on keeping toe-to-toe with Silver beating. But Jesus Christ, it is exciting.
You can see them. It's exciting to say the least. These beaters are getting so excited. The Seekers aren't even on the pitch yet, and they're already getting ready. And a little anxious there, Mr. Bobbitt. Oh, we got a UTSA number 7 going in there. Unfortunately, we don't have a list of the numbers of the UTSA players right now, so we're having to work off of memory. My apologies, but we'll try and work on that as the season goes on. Make sure that we can highlight those fantastic people that are out there on pitch. Looks like we have the snitch released and some fighting all around.
Oh.
Jesus!
Silver wrestling with a snitch, beaters wrestling with each other. They should get hired by WWE because this is fantastic.
Absolute mayhem out there. You just have this snitch run around. I personally love this snitch. He runs around like a madman out there. Oh.
Run, Forrest, run.
By the end of this match, he was just completely out of breath. The snitch was just completely done. I'm not sure how he kept running for that long, but he made this an exhilarating game. We actually went into overtime. You'll see that a little later on. We were lucky enough to get footage. You can see right now UTSA's Seeker is blocking the Silver Phoenix Seeker a little bit more too, trying to keep him from finishing the game.
Something funny that I'd like to point out, the Silver Seeker is considerably smaller in stature, but he is so aggressive.
He's really getting some penetration down in there behind the
Definitely.
snitch and getting around his arms, really breaking his defenses.
Even with a bigger Seeker trying to defend, he just doesn't care. Just goes through through the side or on top or under and somehow just gets to the snitch.
That's where I think a wrestling background can really help for Seekers. Oh my god, it helps exponentially. You figure out your center of gravity, you know how to reach around people, toss them around, and God forbid if you know wrestling or judo or any type of martial arts and you're a snitch.
And the snitch goes down. UTSA beats the Silver Seeker and the snitch finally gets a little bit of rest. Never mind.
Himself and
there's a dog pile.
There were many dog piles in this game. People were flying, really trying to dive in for the ball. There was no real stoppage of play beyond the refs trying to get people to calm down. Silver Phoenix, coach of all people, is a little vocal to say the least.
Oh man, that is. I am not gonna comment on that. I have.
It was a spectacular sight for everyone that was there.
Definitely, I have every ounce of respect.
For respect for the man. Ryan McKay is a spectacular coach, and he does spectacular work with his team.
Definitely.
Right here.
Oh, Silver Seeker got beat, but Ryan McKay, he
passionate.
Got very definitely very passionate.
Passionate would be the word.
I'm not trying to kiss up, but I am honestly honored to have him as a coach because he's a fantastic person outside of the pitch, and inside of the pitch he's tough but fair. And I love to work with him and all the assistant coaches.
And what we saw right there is the snitch grab by the UTSA team that's actually going to take us into overtime, I believe.
Actually,
or is this
that was the
Oh
first.
yeah, this is the first one. I forgot how many times they called this. We have the
and
silver catching
won.
it now. Yeah. Oh god, this was so back and
This
forth.
was
And again, at this point, me and Adrian are behind the camera that you're seeing right now, just jumping up and down, screaming, yelling. We're so conflicted and just pulled apart by each play. It was so exhilarating.
not only that. If you had the audio on your right now, you could hear the minds of at least 100 people being blown.
Because no one was expecting Silver Phoenix to come out and play the way they did at the 4th A&M Classic. They didn't really know what to expect, but a lot of people were selling them short. Silver Phoenix has been building. They've had some struggles in the last couple of years, but they came out and just shocked us. Me personally, I did not believe how far they had come and how well they were playing together, especially with so many new people.
Oh, definitely. And then that Silver Seeker alone for a little bit, trying to get his arms around. Now he is joined by the UTSA Seeker. Never mind. Silver has caught the snitch a second time.
See what? That's the
But
third snitch catch now, or at least attempted snitch catch before overtime.
And it is not good. They are going to resume play.
Now, speaking back to the UTSA side, they are an impressive team. A lot of this calculating nature they have kind of makes it difficult to play any sort of speedy game. Personally, I like the game a little more high intensity, kind of like that impact that Silver has been showing. I like a little bit of quickness, a sense of urgency. It really gets you moving, motivated, and just feels more at ease, like you actually know what you're doing without having to think about it. Muscle memory.
Definitely. And the snitch ball goes down. And the beaters for Silver are, and you're gonna see this throughout the game. They are gonna defend the life of that snitch.
Oh yeah, at this point, since we're within snitch range, that's all it takes.
Exactly.
One little grab that Seer gets the snitch in these last 20-25 minutes of actual gameplay, all in.
Exactly. UTSA Seeker is alone with the snitch, and he almost gets a grab it. No, sir. And here comes Peter Miranda Solis to the rescue.
A little bit of fire in her face. She's a feisty little one. Coming in again, beating UTSA. UTSA beater comes around. There are bludgers flying everywhere.
There's people flying everywhere.
Yeah, really. People, quaffles. Oh my god. Looks like we might get a yellow card there for Silver Phoenix.
Actually, no, for UTSA.
Really? It was UTSA for that one? Push. Ooh, yeah, that was right. I forgot about that. Yeah. So much contact.
Silver Seeker alone, beat by UTSA, and UTSA beat as well.
These Seekers are just not getting any opportunities. They get a couple seconds, and boom, Beaver's right back on them. Gonna have a little discussion amongst our refs again. Try and see if these. Oh, and I just want to say thank you to all the officiating, especially for Texas A&M Classic. We were down on refs. There was a real delay in gameplay because we didn't have access to as many head refs as we needed. So if you have the opportunity, the interest, get out there and go take a ref test. If you're playing Quidditch and you're going to tournaments, help out with the tournaments. Get these coordinators a little bit less stressed and just get that certification and help people play this game properly. I can't stress enough how important these rules are. And I just need to take a second to focus on the beater play for a second. Rules are awesome, but spectacular beater play is a little more up my alley right now. Again, you're going to see Bobbitt go off on a second, or Ryan Bobbitt on the far side of the pitch. The beater for Silver Phoenix just go off.
Here's the thing. Look at the background.
Oh yeah, no, look at those stands.
Everyone is jumping.
People are on their feet. People are just screaming. The entire field is just alive and lit with energy.
Here's the thing. For everyone that caught it, or that didn't catch it, Seeker for Silver is out. He got a yellow card. So it is Bobbitt's job to defend the life of that snitch, and he, with jumps and catches and throws and blocks, he is the living Spider-Man, Silver.
It was amazing. Usually when you lose, it's unheard of. You don't lose your Seeker whenever there's a snitch on pitch and you're within snitch range. That doesn't happen, and if it does, you're SOL. That's worst case scenario.
And the Seeker comes back. But that's the beauty about at least Ryan Bobbitt. He was able to defend against two beaters, both of them trying to get at him at the same time.
And still keep the Seeker off.
Oh my god, it was...
Getting goosebumps just remembering this game, jeez. Oh.
That was electrifying. And now UTSA, it's hard to tell, it's all the way over there in the back.
Looks like UTSA is in with the bludger, but actually avoid focusing on the quaffle to
And Silver
actually maintain it for Seeker. So here's a big important thing with beater play during snitch on pitch gameplay. Once the Seekers have come out, beaters really have to change up where their focus is and where they're trying to, well, maintain control of the bludgers. Because right now, all it takes is that little grab, and they're up other team's up 30 points. They win the game. So if you're going to try and toss the bludger and try and stop someone scoring with the quaffle and getting another 10 points up, that's not going to help you if the other team then grabs the snitch and they take that other 30 points. It's a real game of prioritizing. It's something that I'm personally learning for the first time being a new beater. You really have to learn when to prioritize quaffle play, bludger play, and snitch play as all of this mayhem and madness is going around you.
Definitely. UTSA getting a chance alone at the snitch. And
oh
my God!
Okay,
The snitch is down!
Some intense contact by that snitch.
Silver has tackled the snitch.
I think that's not okay. That's not okay. I think that's not in the rules somewhere. Might be in the rules somewhere. Oh, so we're gonna have a little bit of stoppage while they figure everything out. But we're gonna get back into play. We're still in regular play, right?
Yeah, right now we're still in regular play.
Okay.
UTSA has a chance alone at the snitch, and beaters are gonna try to defend. Sinclair for the beat. Oh, but she is beat as well.
Now, if she had actually caught that bludger before it hit the ground, she is in fact not out. Little friendly reminder for you beaters out there: if you're hit, try and catch that ball before it hits the ground. Very important and a very useful thing to remember on the pitch. It can really help change the momentum for your team.
Oh, definitely. And Silver beaters for the rescue, but then they are beat as well.
You just see this exchange of bludgers back and forth. They really seem to be trading them off rather quickly.
I am so happy for the Snakes that he got a few seconds of rest.
Yeah.
And then UTSA with the dive, but no sir.
Beaters are right back on him.
Exactly.
Beater play in this game was just ridiculous. We're flying all over the pitch. And at this point in the day, everyone's tired, everyone's exhausted. This had been one long tournament. As you can tell by the sky, we started when the sun was quite brighter.
Oh yeah.
This tournament got started at like 8 in the morning. I think we were already at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night at this point. Once again, going back to that ref note, make your sign up for refs. I can't stress this enough. Go take the test, try it out, read the rule book, learn about the sport you're playing. I can't tell you how frustrated I get when I hear people misquote rules or think that they can do this thing when they can't. No, you can't tackle someone below the knee. You have to make contact in front of the 180-degree parallel. You have to do all of these different things to make this game safe and actually enjoyable. And we're going to see the snitch grab that makes it so enjoyable. The stands lighting up.
Silver with the catch for the snitch. Take it to overtime. This was, oh my god. Brooms up again, and UTSA has a quaffle.
Looks like, yep, UTSA took it in, and a nice drive and score over top. At this point, both teams are really just getting hyped up. They're yelling at each other, getting everyone fired up. They're really getting into it. There was hardly anyone sitting on the sidelines. We had gotten all too many people off of their feet, screaming, chanting, and I'd also like to take a second just to point out a little color thing, because I am personally slightly colorblind, and some Phoenix's jerseys look a little green to me, Adrian. Do you mind telling me a bit about that?
So we had a new jersey designed by one of our players.
Fantastic design.
Well, it started with just the design. And when the design got taken to the embroidery, they messed up with the color, and they didn't have a silver jersey by this tournament or by Wolfpack. So
had some green Phoenixes for a while now. I guess it kind of fits them a little bit of green, a little new. They have some new players, so
that's true.
Slightly fitting. Get to rebirth themselves as a spectacular team that's really, really impressive. Because UTSA has been an established team for a while. People have seen them play. People have played against them and known what good quality of game they play. Oh my God! Look at those almost catches by the Seekers.
Such a powerful seeking game from both teams. They're right on his face and trying to get around him or through him or push him down.
They can. They just cannot break it through the Snitch's defenses.
Definitely. And just to commentate on the jerseys. We're gonna get our silver jerseys. Hopefully by our next tournament, we'll have silver jerseys.
Either way, they still played fantastically,
And
no matter the
UTSA
site.
gets it.
And it looks like that's going to finally let our snitch sit for a second. Refs are going to talk it over. But I believe that is going to be our final call for the game, and UTSA is going to win over Silver Phoenix, knocking them out of bracket play and moving the University of Texas in San Antonio on further.
Hi, this is Adrian Martinez from the Quidditch Post. I am here with the captain of the UTSA team.
My name is Taylor Tracy.
So, Taylor, this tournament has been really intense, and I've been seeing some of your games. They're fantastic. You guys have been doing really well. How do you feel about this tournament?
I feel pretty good. We had a pretty rough game against Texas State back there out of Stitch Ranch, but I think we still have a good chance at winning it.
Yeah, you guys really did amazing. What are your predictions for the future of the tournament?
Of this tournament?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of think Calvary will definitely make it to finals.
Yeah, they're definitely solid. So Quidditch as a community for the past 11 years now, it's been growing. There's even a video game that should be being released in December called Backyard Quidditch. How do you feel about it, where it's going?
I think it's taking a good turn. You know, we just got a major league going. We're always updating the rule book. I think we're always growing as a community. More teams are getting secondary teams too. So I think it's forever expanding, and it could become something really big in the future.
And what does Quidditch mean to you?
Fun, I guess. Fun and competitive. I don't know. I used to be a football player, so this really brings that competitiveness back. But I mean, it's kind of like surreal how developed the sport is just from Harry Potter, you know. So I'd say it's a mixture of like fun and competitive.
And thank you so much for doing this interview, and best of luck for the rest of the
Thank
tournament.
you.
Actually, before we go, I want to say that even though I'm Silver Phoenix, I'm a gigantic fan of UTSA because y'all are the reason why I'm a Quidditch in the first place.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I saw a news report on a few years back, and it was about UTSA, and that's where I wanted to go to college in the beginning. We play Quidditch. I'll go there. So, thank you guys, because if it weren't for y'all, I wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Best of luck.
You too.
Hey guys, Adrian Martinez here. Thanks for joining us this week. We had a blast. This was a fantastic game to watch. If you want to watch more games or keep updated with the magical world of Quidditch, click the subscribe button. And if you want to help bring the news of Quidditch to the world, click the link and join Quidditch Post. Thanks and have a good one.